Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled you're joining us, because today we're diving into something just completely fascinating. We're going to look at how a single, beautifully crafted text prompt, which was originally written in Urdu, by the way, can literally engineer a cinematic masterpiece of motivation. Seriously, we're breaking down exactly how this text tells an AI not just what to draw, but how to make us feel. So get ready, because we are deconstructing the ultimate architect of ambition. Okay, let's dive right into this. How do you actually engineer motivation using only text? I mean, really think about that for a second. We aren't using physical cameras here, we're not casting actors, and we definitely aren't scouting locations. Instead, we're using highly specific, carefully chosen words to instruct an AI to generate deep human emotion, relentless discipline, and just pure visual awe. The source material we're looking at today does exactly this. It's literally a blueprint for success, written out line by line. Let's explore how it builds this whole narrative right from the ground up. So, that brings us to Act 1, the morning discipline. You know, every great journey has to start somewhere, right? And in our prompt, it kicks off in those dark, quiet early hours with just raw, deliberate action. The text explicitly tells the AI that the protagonist wakes up at 4:30 a.m. to an alarm, and this is absolutely crucial. It specifies that he doesn't feel lazy at all. He gets out of bed with sheer determination. Then it outlines a scene where he washes his face with freezing cold water, looks himself dead in the mirror, and promises that today will be better than yesterday. Finally, we get the setup: a black hoodie, crisp white sports shoes, and he's out the door for a run during a foggy golden sunrise. It's not just a generic morning scene. It's demanding a highly specific, intense ritual of discipline. And this right here brilliantly shows how the prompt is basically acting like a seasoned Hollywood director. It doesn't just describe what's happening, it actually dictates the camera angles. The text specifically instructs the AI to first give us a close-up of the character's face, really capturing that early morning grit, and then boom, shift focus right down to his shoes hitting the pavement. After that, it sweeps out into this massive wide drone shot. Doing it this way builds incredible intimacy first, so you really feel the guy's personal drive, before zooming way out to reveal the whole beautifully atmospheric, foggy sunrise environment he's conquering. Moving on to Act 2, forging physical and mental strength. Okay, so the morning ritual is done, and now the prompt splits the character's grueling effort into two completely different arenas. On one side, you've got the physical power of the gym. The text demands realistic, heavy-hitting movements, push-ups, pull-ups, weightlifting, with visible sweat on his face. But then, on the other side, it's all about intense mental focus. We see him in a sleek, modern workspace, or maybe a quiet library, writing out these massive goals in a notebook and learning new skills on a laptop. And honestly, this next part is my absolute favorite detail from the original text. It specifically tells the AI to show him ignoring useless mobile notifications. I mean, let's be real, that's literally the hardest modern workout of all, right? It is just such a clever way to ground the character in a kind of discipline we can all relate to. Which brings us to Act 3, engineering the time montage. Now, obviously, success doesn't just happen overnight. The creator cleverly instructs the AI to break down the passage of time into 3 really dynamic visual steps. It literally asks to show days turning to nights, calendar pages flipping rapidly, and clock hands just spinning super fast. It's a classic cinematic trope. These specific instructions visually communicate months and months of continuous, totally unseen hard work, condensing all that immense effort into just a few seconds of really powerful video. Day turns to night. The light shifts, the shadows stretch out, but the work, it never stops. The focus remains absolutely dialed in. Calendar pages ripping away. Weeks are just blending into months. The seasons are changing outside the window, while the relentless grind inside just keeps on going. Clock hands spinning faster and faster. It's a total blur of motion, this frantic sprint of time, pushing the energy higher and higher and higher until we reach Act 4, the summit of success. Okay, let's all take a collective breath here. We are going to slow the pace way, way down. This is the final narrative scene built by the prompt, the moment where all that intense, frantic discipline finally beautifully pays off. Now, what's really interesting about this is how the prompt commands the AI to place the protagonist on a high mountain peak. But it goes even further than that. It specifically asks for a sunrise with the clouds literally below him, golden light illuminating his face, and the wind catching his clothes. The physical struggle of the gym, totally gone. Instead, the prompt demands an expression of profound peace, unshakable confidence, and just the pure, unadulterated feeling of success. And to capture this feeling, the prompt plays director once again. It asks for a slow circular camera pan around our victorious character, followed by a sweeping, wide drone shot to reveal the sheer magnitude of what he's achieved. After that frantic, fast-paced time montage we just went through, this slow, super deliberate camera movement signals to us, the viewers, that the journey is complete. The summit has officially been reached.
Now let's shift gears a bit for Section 5, Mastering the AI Aesthetic.
So we've got this story down, but how do we actually make sure it looks like a high-budget blockbuster movie and not, a cartoon? Well, the secret sauce lies in these crucial aesthetic tags tacked on to the very end of the prompt. By explicitly commanding the AI to use terms like ultra-realistic, 8K resolution, Hollywood cinematic styling, and a soft background blur, the creator literally forces the AI engine to render a visual experience that is rich, immersive, and just incredibly high quality. These are the modifiers that separate a basic AI generation from a photorealistic masterpiece. And this cinematic depth is built even further using a very specific technical term that was included in the original Urdu text, volumetric lighting. If you're not familiar, it's essentially a 3D technique where light beams are physically rendered in the air. Think of sun rays poking through a misty forest. By including the specific tag, the creator ensures that the morning fog back in Act 1 and that breathtaking mountain sunrise in Act 4 aren't just bright, they're actually tangible. You can almost feel the rays of golden hour light cutting through the scene, which adds so much emotional weight. It's honestly a masterstroke of prompt engineering. Power, hope, discipline, and success. These are actually the very last words of the prompt. The creator didn't just ask for a cool video of a guy working out, they instructed the AI to fundamentally generate these core, profound human emotions. Every single lighting choice, every camera angle, and every action we've looked at today was meticulously engineered to make you feel these exact 4 words. So what does this all mean? The crucial takeaway here is that a truly great AI prompt is essentially a detailed blueprint for a desired reality. It takes clear vision, super precise instruction, and a relentless focus on the final goal to make it work. Which leaves us with one final, pretty provocative thought as we wrap up this explainer. If specific, deliberate instructions can engineer such a powerful, disciplined reality on a digital screen, what will you prompt into your own life tomorrow? I want you to think really carefully about your inputs. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next explainer.